Hey Tex, how you doing? This is your tech here. Um, Even though I have a lot of years of experience in this industry, but the true industry is being a contractor. So it's from '98 until now. Well, technically speaking, yeah. I work with a company. Um, Everything's done online. They even contact me for job opportunities every day. Um, so basically, I'm a contract to hire, independent. That's basically what it is. I've done some 1099s. No, I've done a lot of 1099s, a lot, and I've done W2s in between. So you could be W2 and still work independently. That's what I was doing with one company. I was W2 with them, and then 1099 with this other company. So, but now it's like that. If I want to, we do the YouTube now, help others learn from me, and have a lot of up in here. I met people older than me when I was doing the tech work. And the best advice he said is ask questions. Questions. Always ask questions. Don't be afraid. Ask questions. That's what he told me. He's right though. I always ask questions because you never know. That question that you ask might help you in the future. Yeah. Okay. There's many things to go over in what we do each day. Windows, Windows is not perfect, and Microsoft can't build a new operating system from on top of the mess that they have now. Well, I say it's a mess because we all know it's not 100% perfect. And shoot, you compared this with Chrome OS. I know Chrome OS is not true OS. It's just riding on top of Linux. Yeah, but you take a Chrome OS laptop and you run a speed test. The speed results are different, much different than a Windows laptop running Chrome OS. Isn't that amazing? It was not a Windows laptop. I'm just saying, well, comparison if you're gonna run it, you're not gonna get the same speed. There's less bottleneck and less confusion. But Linux is running on the old Linux kernel that they keep building up and building up on top. They all do the same thing with Android. They keep building it. Everything is built on the same OS platform. If Microsoft were to trash what they have now, a lot of us wouldn't be able to use it. But they want you to get a new PC anyway. I know they want to tighten up security, and that's the biggest weakness that Microsoft has. Yeah, this is a Vine product here. The thing, and this is another annoying. I didn't realize it. The girlfriend wanted pictures, photos. Like you put them on the wall. So I should have looked at it. Frameless. This is what you get. It's a shame, isn't it? But we have to order 12 by 16 frames for it. I have to wait until I can't review this. How am I going to review it? I'm not going to sit there, roll out these prints, and put some weight on it to show it off. They can wait. So we wait a few days, and then we get the 12 by 16 frames, and then we put it in there. We need 3 frames. That's why the smaller canvases, the 12 by 12s, they're available. You saw them in the previous video when I did the history of the internet. Yeah, like that. Oh, yeah. So this is the studio here. This is where my office is. This is where my computers are and everything. We have the Mac in the middle. We get the big one here. The 27-inch 4K screen, which does work though. This APU cannot handle because it's graphics SoC system on the chip, so the graphics are built in. If I push it to 4K, it will show it, but it's gonna run slowly. So if I get a separate NIC, not NIC, if I get a separate GPU card, it could run it. We don't know. I would have to experiment, but it could do it. I believe it could do it. One that support 4K should be able to do it, and that way we wouldn't have so much bottlenecks on the main APU. It's 4 cores. The GPU in here is 6 cores, so it'd give you 10 cores. The other one I was going to run TrueNAS on. It has dual core, um, but it's a processor that AMD made to overclock it in Windows, so you can run it at 3.4 gigahertz. I tried it, works. Then they have GPU issues. Little fragments on the screen. Wow, we got 511 videos on this channel and 566 subscribers. We need more subscribers. I know it's hard. I wish YouTube would say, "Hey, this channel has 118 or 120,000 views, so use that. The channel should be represented by the number of views." Because what's the sense in having view count? Views is the number of people have come to the channel and watched the video. Some channels have other channels that have 3.8 million. Would that considered that? I don't know. That sounds big to me, but you put two channels together, that's 5 million, right? But it doesn't work like that. Some channels they have like 27 billion channel view. That's a 27 billion channel view video. Right? It's gonna be very hard to say it without making a mistake. But they don't do it that way. They want subscribers. Subscribers help the channel move up a notch. Okay, so you had 10,000 subscribers. That means 10,000 people can see your live stream and stuff like that. You get pipes. You got to think of YouTube as pipes. Now I get 500, so I'm still under 1,000. So I'm down here. So that's how much traffic can come in. Once the subscription goes up, it gets higher of the number of traffic. So when you hit 1,000 subscribers, you get a lot of the traffic is bigger. You also have to have the watch hours. I almost have it. At 3,324, you need 4,000 watch hours. Then you go on the YouTube YPP program. That's the partner program. Get perks with that too. They keep sending me stuff. Like they'll send you $15 to go to. This year was $15 to go to. Shoot, which pizzeria was that? No, it wasn't pizza. It was Chick-fil-A. No, not Chick-fil-A. Sorry, that's it. Chipotle's. Yes, Chipotle's. Go to Chipotle's, right? And you can do it online. Tell them what you want. Up to $15 you got. So, do you have enough to get soda? Yes. I did get the Mexican Coca-Cola. I want to see how that tastes. Because I used to do Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub and Postmates. And it's a lot. I used to do 6 of those companies. And then something called Kosher Net 24. Hey, you have to do what you have to do. Plus, I did the tech work. I was W-2. Those are gig work, so those are 1099. And I had 10. Was W-2 in the tech world, and I was also doing the other company too. So those are 2 tech companies. Yeah. So one is 1099, one is W-2. Plus, I did the gigs. That's a lot. I worked 7 days a week straight. Plus, we started this channel. I started the Ubers and the Grubhub stuff. Oh yeah, Grubhub back in 2018. I was with FedEx for a while. I wouldn't go back to FedEx. But I did it, because I had to pay property taxes. It's a lot of money. So I did FedEx part time. You have to work in the night. Package handler. I was supposed to be promoted to. Ops manager. Well, it's called operations manager. You manage the truck. You manage the sorters and the packagers and the sort the trucks. But it's a biased company. If you know what I did, you'd be surprised. But I got a standing ovation because I couldn't get back to my state because of a hurricane. So I worked in Virginia. I went to the Virginia sort manager and I said, "Hey, I have to go back to work. Can I work here?" So when I take my FedEx card and I swipe the machine, it registered. It popped up here, right? And they saw it. They contacted, "Hey, we noticed you're in Virginia." "Yeah, I gotta work here." So I got to send an ovation because I was determined to work. Yeah. Well, the vacation ended. I had to go back to work. So I worked up there in Virginia. I worked up there for a week. They didn't want me to leave. They said I always have a job if I want to. I don't You don't want to do that kind of work. That work is dangerous. I had a scar right here. I Seeing everything comes off sort belts, right? Come from the top and come down on the platform. We have to grab it. So I grabbed this exercising thing. It hit me in the face, knocked my glasses off. I had a big gouge here, right here, big cut, but you don't see it no more, right? If I tell you what I did, no plastic surgery, no nothing, no magic, maybe a little bit magic, but what I used on my face took the scar away. But I'm just telling you, it's a dangerous place. It's dangerous. I come back, my toes are all black and blue. I dislocated my shoulder. But magic come into play here. And something else. Yeah. So I don't have to dislocate it. No, I never seen no doctor. For this and this, I never seen no doctor. I took care of it myself. I know. But this is not the channel for that stuff, so we can't talk about it. But we do have a channel we can talk about it. We have the Reiki with Albert. We have other channels. I don't put the other channels here because these channels are under 1,000. So when these channels get up a little higher, then I'll eventually link them together. But yeah, all you have to do is type Albert's voice up in the YouTube search engine, and the other ones will pop up. And I have a solar channel too. But I don't have no time, and solar kind of died out. And since I don't have my SUV with the built-in solar panel, can't really talk about it too much. The one for the house, I took it off because the girlfriend said, "I don't want you to have solar in a master bedroom for." I was experimenting as my generator, so had to take that out. Make peace. It's all right. I could do it in here. In here could use it because I can type all the Type C's and everything that requires 12-volt power. Because a lot of things is 12 volt power. Yeah, all your 5Cs, all your USBs and Type Cs, you can run off a 12 volt generator. You can buy yourself a generator. You have to go make one. I want to know if I could build one from scratch. I did. I took 20 volt batteries and bought a module to convert 20 volt to 12 volt, and it would do it that way. Because the panels, the solar panels, they are 18 to 24 volts, and you have to convert. They have to be converted. If you use an MPPT, that would allow it will convert it to 12 volt. You could use it for other things. I have that. I had that in the SUV. Driving all this time in the SUV with a solar panel on that. People say, "What's that?" That's a solar panel in the vehicle. So, what it did, and people don't realize it, it boosts the horsepower. It kept the main battery in the vehicle. It lasts longer. Plus, you have extra power. You have full power from your battery. Full power all the time. Better than the alternator can do. Cut back on the alternator from working so hard. I know a lot of you guys say, "Oh, that's not how that works." Well, yes, it did work like that. I got a light. I can hit the accelerator. Sun hitting that panel. Send it down to that unit, right to the battery. Boom. I had the straw, and I had a perfect power. Now it's all gone because of that hit and run driver on July 1st. I was in that accident. My vehicle's totaled. The guy hit. He was turning left, and he hit me head on, destroyed the front. But we stayed alive. The vehicle protected me. My vehicle maybe did better than anything they have today, and that's where I am today. I have no vehicle, so everything just went. So the soul channels, there's not much I could do anymore with that. So we have the tech channel. The tech channel was built at the same time. So there's a lot of tech reviews on that solar channel too. I didn't bring them over because you're not really supposed to do that. And I don't have no time to redo everything, test and test and test. So here, like I said, now, I always go down the other road. The thing here is this. We actually a lot of you to be subscribers, you help the channel. So if you like the channel and you come here very often, then you help me, and the channel grows. That's how the channel grows. I see some people have been doing the channel from 2013 era, and it took them 10 years or 12 years to get to 500,000. Wow. Those that have 6 million and higher, they've been doing it for a long time. About the same. It depends how you come across to the people that you're entertaining. Because basically, you're an actor or an artist, and you're doing it that way. Well, I have a music channel, and I'd send some music to a distributor. That channel becomes an OAC, official artist channel. So, but I haven't made any music. I have over 352 music videos on that. Music videos. Yeah. And we have 53 musics out in the wild. I changed my main my main email for the distributor. There's no way to get a hold of the distributor. Everything is pointed to the other account. I said, I'm switching my ISP. I'm over to somebody else. What a nightmare with that. I didn't realize that at the time, but I had to switch. I had to get away from Xfinity. Yeah, no more Xfinity. Been with Xfinity for a long time. Comcast, what you want to call them. I have a lot of experience in here. A lot of experience in my head. I can share. If I go to a site now and something's down or something not working, it kicks into action. I become like an AI. Yeah. That's why I'm able to talk to the AI. I don't believe this. You have to have certification to talk to AI. I can't believe it. That's why. It's a computer. It's a computer in a box at a certain location. I know what ChatGPT is. ChatGPT because I asked hey, what time you got? But it gave me the wrong time. It gave me the time where it's located. It has to be. It's like someplace in India, something like that. I don't know. You're not gonna really find the truth out. Like when Bart, Bart from Google, AI 2023. When I first talked to that was like a friend. It was cool. Hey, Bart, it's me, Albert. Oh, how you doing, Albert? Like that. Chat. I have to tell Chat, friend mode, because you don't want it to talk to business like. I can't hack it. I don't want that. It should be down to earth. I use Chat more often since Meta screwed up with with this influencers that you make your own AI for your friend or AI tech or like that, and they contact me on their own. It's scary though. I said, who the heck is that? But yeah. Just be careful. Gemini is in the search engine. I have a choice talking to the experimental AI, which is text based, or Gemini, which is basically I talk into the mic and I'll ask physiological questions. So I ask her a question. If I said, "Thee now is the way of wisdom of healing to you," because that's from my Reiki channel, then it says, "Well, I would phrase it a different way." Then it did it symbolical way. Symbolical way? What do you mean symbolical way? What do you mean by that? Well, I took your phrases and compared it to other phrases from the past, and I put it together to make something. Wait, so that's what you're getting it from? You're doing it? He said yes. So wow, holy cow! You gotta be careful. Be careful when you phrase it. I think it's better if I phrase it with my own mind. Might not sound right, but it's coming from you. If it phrases it, it's taking your words and its knowledge and making something out of it. But that's the way that's working. So a lot of you might go to the AI for, hey, the person says the computer's not working. What should I do? And that's gonna be anything. If it don't turn on, it could be the PSU. It could be a loose wire. It could be a lot of things. The BIOS is not saving anymore. That means it's the little battery inside there that should be replaced every so often. You should test it with a multi-tester. I don't know if I have one here. I should have it. Oh, it's over on the other side. There's no place to put everything. But a multi-tester would tell you right off the hand if the battery was good. Everything. You should replace it. It's low usage, so you don't have to worry about it. It just keeps the CMOS information in it that you program the BIOS with. Should change it maybe every 6 years. It depends how long it's supposed to last. But yeah, don't forget the CMOS. On this Apple thing, I have no idea. I never take the Apple apart. I just run a bypass and run it one of those SanDisk terabyte little portable drive they got. That works great. The thing boots up faster. But that's a heck of a project to do. That's not easy. This thing keeps updating. This Mac OS. I didn't know it was gonna keep updating. I thought it was gonna stop. Software update. So Mac OS Ventura 13.7.8, they got a 22H730, just like Microsoft has it called. This one here, a laptop, I think has the latest. I don't know if it. Let me see. Oh, I get system information. Didn't tell me what I wanted to know. I thought it would say it here. I guess not. It's a tricky thing like this. Okay, it's 24H on that one. On this one, the non-sanctioned one I put together myself. I used to build the PCs. I don't do that. I mean, I could. It costs money to get the parts. I like doing it. I wanted to learn it, and I did it myself. Let me see if I can get this information. They have two system displays, display systems, which is kind of silly, but they still have the old on the thing. Okay, so this one is running. This is 23H2, 24H2, Mac World over here. What did I say was doing? What the heck happened here? $13.78. But if you want more information, you have to click on this software update. Click on check updates. They'll say Mac OS Ventura 13.78 22870. That's the latest one. Like I said, I did not know that was going to keep updating. So they're supporting it. Then we have this is fully charged. This thing's a nightmare. This iPad thing, it is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Ah, look at that. Can I show you the information? So it says iPad OS 16.7.12 is available. So we're gonna download it. Good Lord. Yes, agree. Gee whiz. Updating request. So it's going to download the latest version of iPad OS. Because iPad OS is for Mac OS. Okay. Then for the cell phone, you got another. the iPhone. I'm keeping this fully charged. This is 5th generation. That's what this one is. I didn't buy it. Somebody I knew that had a lot of money sent it to me. Send it to me. That's when I was in the class. It was too late. He said, "Should I send it back to you?" He said, "No, you keep it." Okay. It's only 32 gig of RAM. Yeah, 32. That's storage. It's okay. You can get used ones. They still work. You get a whole bunch of them because a lot of people use those for all sorts of things. You can't tell me that the Surface unit that Microsoft sells is the best thing. I've been in businesses where they have them and then on the spot I had to troubleshoot it because it wasn't working. It's a pain in the neck, that little thing. Same thing. Oh wow. Okay. I should run this desktop and I have to convert it, make it into the one I built for the NAS, the true NAS. I have to use it as Microsoft share and drive system. It'll work the same way. We have to fasten NIC on there now. It'll be wireless. Okay. Just put it any place. There's a plug. You don't have to worry about Ethernet cable and all that nonsense anymore. That's the whole thing with wireless. A lot of you say, "Oh, I don't want to go wireless." Well, you should, because what are you run all that cable for? It's unnecessary anymore. I get rid of it all. I had to. She said, "What the hell are those wires?" True Tech would have a lot of wires. Okay, we're supposed to wire management. You'll learn about that if you do 1099 gig work. Remember, they'll say, "Hey, whoever your name is, whoever your name is, 23 an hour." No, they can go higher. They can go up to. One guy told me he was making 30. They can give you a lot more because they're getting a lot of money. That bill rate is high. Don't let them fool you. Oh, the bill rate is at that much money. Yes, it is. Because if there wasn't enough money, they wouldn't be doing the contract. I worked on a project. It was paying like a $1 million project. I worked on $1 million projects. I don't say $1 billion, million. And they can only have so many techs. Hold on a second. Oh, we're back. So, yeah, Microsoft's Windows. What I was trying to tell you, and the server, the one you're using, the Pro, that's the client version. That's what the OS client. Then you have the OS server, right? The server is what they use in business. You can run the server in the house. I used to be able to run the server myself. If I had the server, then I could build a NAS out of that server. I don't know how much that server. The AI told me to get the license for the server. Let's see. How much is the Windows server for home use? It says $79. Yeah. And then here it says 23. I guess you download it. Let's see. Cal. What's Cal? Instead of going here looking at, you can actually go to TechSpot. I've been with them alone. I've been with these guys since. I'm a TechSpot ambassador. I know the guy that owns it. He wanted me to write reviews, and I got around to do it, to work for them. Okay, Windows. Okay, they have a download engine here. Maybe that's what I should do. Download server, install it. I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. I don't got the money like I used to. Wow. I've been able to make things work. They call WSUS offline update 12. Update 12. Man, they got Windows 7 still here. Wow. What's this? Update Microsoft Windows and Office. Alright, I guess you have to go get served from Microsoft. What's it, 2022? ISO, standard evaluation. Okay, looks like you can get server. So you can get server 25. What's this? I didn't click on these things. I don't know where. Oh, True Tech. Trusted Tech. When Microsoft Windows Server 225 user client access. Cal. Oh, I see this. I have no questions to you people. Does not include Windows Server license. Huh? Does not include Windows Server license. Allows local access server services, file sharing, and printing. Minimum 5 Cal requires standalone purchases. For remote access are the comprehensive price quote delivered in 30 minutes. So you got no server license with it. That's terrible. So what? One user cal, license user, one user client access license, a CLA, granting the user right to access. You allow for description. Well, it's $50. It's $30. That's pretty cheap. But it's called a Windows Server Cal. Let's ask our little buddy here. Where is he at? Come on. Friend mode. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, what's Windows Server 2025 CAL? Okay, friendly mode answer. It's client access license for Windows Server. Think of it like buying a Windows Server 25 could give you operating system for its server itself, but to legally let users or devices connect to that server for file sharing and an Active Directory along in it. Microsoft requires you to buy CALs. One person. That user can connect to multiple users, laptops, desktops, and phones. If you have 10 employees with their own PCs, you'll need to buy 10 CLs. Okay, so just me and one other. Then super simple. Just you and one other person. No. One server for two people on their own. I think she got home. Regardless of the OS at home, a PC needs to connect to a Windows server for file shares and printers. Require the users cal 1 and device cal 2. $50 for the license. A 5-year, $229. Okay. So if I have boy, oh boy. Well, I can make a domain. I experimented when I had Windows Server 2000. Windows 2003 server. I had a domain. It's easy to make. You can trick it, and it look like you're working at a business. That's what I'm saying. If you can duplicate what the business enterprise has at your house, I mean, you don't have to run the Windows enterprise system, but if you wanted to, you could do it and build a system where it thinks it's on a domain, and you get to play with Active Directory, and you get to play with a lot of stuff, and you get to learn how it all works. So when you go take these jobs, you're not, look like you're stupid. You look like you know what you're talking about. That's the whole thing. Don't look stupid. If you don't know what it is, what you're doing, say, hmm. So anything's changed lately? And they'll say, oh yeah, some stuff changed. Oh, okay. That's the best way to do it. Don't look stupid. Don't look like you don't know, what they're talking about. But that's the worst thing you want to do, because then your credibility gets tarnished. Yeah. I mean, nobody can know everything. Not even the AI. AI don't know everything. You know. Okay, let me send them this nonsense. Okay. Read this and tell me what it really says. Says. Really said. Said. Friend mode breakdown. It doesn't have to keep on saying friend mode. What's wrong with it? This is the access of ChatGPT that happened since it was released. Oh, I have it on this thing here. So I can do it. Or I can talk to it on my phone. Or we can talk to it. We can talk to it like I'm talking to you. That way, when it talks like that, it says, if you need anything, just let me know. Why do you have to keep saying that? I just have to say that's what they have me programmed. Ugh, so terrible. I hate that. I don't know who's programming. It should be free flow. Hey, how you doing? He's like your friend, like, like your best friend. But anyway, what's this is? Does not include Windows Server license. This is just a CAL, not an actual Windows Server OS. You still need to buy the server license separately. It allows you to access server services, file sharing, blah 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 blah. Minimum 5 CALs required for standalone purchase. Some research. This is where he says it doesn't have the server, but it says here it includes one user's CAL for 2025. Excludes the actual server operating system license. User allows one user to access the server 25 services locally, file sharing and printing. Note: minimum purchase of 5 CALs are required for standalone purchases. Remote access for desktop. What you still need is a server 25 license. This CAL is client. This client is this CAL is client access only. You need to purchase an actual Windows Server operating system separately. Jeez, makes it so complicated. There's another way to bypass all that stuff, but I'm not gonna get into it. Lord. There's an evaluation center version from Microsoft directly. Get started for free. Okay. Okay, where is it again? Gee whiz. Microsoft. Okay. You can download the evaluation trial server 24 hours. You'll still need to install features like limited time. So 180 days is intended for evaluation for testing lab, not for production. Features demand FOD. Microsoft gives an option to spin up to virtual Windows Server 2000 in Azure for free or evaluate purposes. This is not a full commercial license. You can still use a trial account. You want to explain that. Yeah. Very confusing. But I guess that's how you can download an ISO. I should play around with it. I can. I have a drive. I can do it. Okay, let me download it. I'm gonna download and try it out. What the heck? Why not? Why not?